Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever, even if you just crossed paths a week ago? Have you ever spoken to a person and realized that conversations don't feel forced? They just flow naturally, like you're picking up a discussion that started lifetimes ago. If so, you might have experienced what's often described as a soul connection. Now, I don't use that phrase lightly. A soul connection isn't the same as instant attraction, infatuation, or even falling in love quickly. Those things can happen fast and fade just as fast. A soul connection, however, goes deeper. It feels grounding, it feels familiar, it feels unshakable. And today, we're diving into the powerful signs that someone feels a soul connection with you. We'll break them down one by one, drawing on relationship insights you'll often hear from Matthew Hussey, who has helped countless people navigate love, dating, and relationships. By the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize when someone's feelings for you go beyond chemistry and physical attraction and into something much deeper, something spiritual. So let's get started. Think about the people in your life. Some conversations are heavy, awkward, full of pauses where you're desperately trying to find the next topic. And then there are those rare moments when you meet someone and suddenly words just flow. This is the first major sign of a soul connection: effortless communication. With this person, you don't feel pressure to impress, to say the right thing, or to hold back parts of yourself. You might talk for hours and lose track of time, or sit in silence and still feel completely understood. Matthew Hussey often reminds us that real chemistry isn't about constant fireworks, it's about comfort. When someone feels a deep connection with you, they create a safe, emotional space where communication flows without strain. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can talk to someone late into the night, sharing your dreams, your fears, even your embarrassing stories, and instead of judgment, you feel acceptance? That's not ordinary, that's soul-level communication. Let's be honest, most people are distracted. They hear us, but they don't really listen. They might nod while scrolling on their phone, or they only remember the highlights of what we say. But when someone feels a soul connection with you, it's different. They notice the small things. They remember the way you take your coffee. They recall a story you told once, months ago, about your childhood. They see the look in your eyes when something excites you, or when something secretly hurts you, even if you don't say a word. This is powerful because it tells you they're not just attracted to your surface, they're connected to your essence. As Hussey emphasizes, deep connection means presence. Someone who is truly connected doesn't just notice your words, they notice you, your energy, your emotions, your patterns. And here's the best part: when they see you, you feel recognized in ways you didn't even know you needed. That's what makes it so magnetic. In the dating world, vulnerability can feel terrifying. What if they judge me? What if I scare them off? What if I show too much of myself too soon? But when there's a soul connection, vulnerability feels natural, because emotional safety is present. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to pretend to be cooler, tougher, or more put together than you actually are. You can share your insecurities, your past struggles, your dreams, and your fears, and instead of pushing them away, it brings them closer. This doesn't mean the other person is perfect or always says the right thing, but you feel deep down that they care about your heart. Hussey often talks about the importance of building trust and respect in relationships. Emotional safety is the foundation. When someone feels a soul connection with you, they will prioritize your comfort. They won't weaponize your vulnerabilities against you. Instead, they'll honor them. That's when you know you're not just falling for a person, you're building with them. Have you ever thought something and then heard the other person say it out loud, almost like they read your mind? Or maybe you've both sent the same text at the same time, finishing each other's thoughts, or bursting into laughter about the same observation. That's synchronicity. When there's a soul connection, you and the other person share an energy that seems to sync up effortlessly. You're aligned, not just in conversation, but in rhythm, in timing, even in silence. And let's talk about time. With some people, Hours feel like days. You keep checking your watch, waiting for the moment to leave. But with someone who has a soul connection with you, time bends. Hours slip by in what feels like minutes. This alignment is more than coincidence, it's resonance. As if your energies are tuned to the same frequency. Hussey often says that chemistry isn't only about sparks, it's about harmony. When two people move together without forcing it, it creates an undeniable bond. Here's where it gets interesting. Attraction can make us feel good, lust can excite us, but neither necessarily makes us grow. A true soul connection inspires transformation. When someone feels that deep connection with you, they don't just admire who you are, they encourage who you're becoming. They push you in the direction of your dreams. They challenge you when you settle for less. They remind you of your potential when you doubt yourself. And it's mutual. You don't just feel inspired, you inspire them too. It's a cycle of growth, where both people evolve because of the bond they share. Matthew Hussey always emphasizes that the healthiest relationships are those where both partners bring out the best in each other. Not through control, not through manipulation, but through genuine encouragement. So ask yourself, does this person's presence expand you, or does it shrink you? If it expands you, if it helps you grow into a more authentic, empowered version of yourself, chances are you're experiencing a soul-level connection. Finally, the most mysterious sign of all, the unexplainable pull. You can't always put it into words. You might try to explain it to your friends. I don't know what it is about them, but I just feel drawn to them. And they might not understand, because this connection doesn't always make logical sense. It's not about looks, it's not about status, it's not even about shared interests on paper. It's something deeper, something you feel more than you think. This pull shows up in little ways. You find yourself smiling when their name pops up on your phone. You feel calm when they're near. You miss them not because you're needy, but because their energy feels like home. Hussey often describes real connection as resonance. When your soul resonates with another person's, it feels magnetic. That pull is hard to explain, but impossible to ignore. So let's recap. When someone feels a soul connection with you, communication feels effortless. They truly see you, the real you. Emotional safety is present. You experience synchronicity and alignment. You inspire each other's growth, and there's an unexplainable pull drawing you together. Now, here's the thing. A soul connection doesn't mean the relationship will automatically be easy. Relationships still require effort, communication, and commitment. But recognizing a soul connection is powerful, because it tells you that the foundation is there. If you've experienced these signs, you know how rare and beautiful it feels. And if you haven't yet, don't worry. Sometimes these connections come when you least expect them. So let me leave you with this: cherish the people who make your soul feel at home. Because in a world full of surface-level attraction, soul connections are priceless. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt a soul connection with someone? Did you notice any of these signs? Share your story in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more relationship advice inspired by Matthew Hussey.